The crises in Chile and Canada have ignited public sentiment and garnered major media attention. Citizens are rising up in Canada in rapidly growing numbers to save wild salmon from salmon farms.
Is everyone with us on this quest?
And it was people like you banding together, taking a stand, fighting for their coast, fighting for their salmon, and that's what we need to do here. I ask that we all join together to tell our governments there must be action. Let's work together, let's fight together, and together we will win.
A letter presented to the King of Norway on behalf of concerned Canadian, Chilean, Scottish, and Irish community leaders recently stole the headlines at Aquanor, alerting the Norwegian people to the increasingly negative perception of their country from salmon farms. And as the industry attempts to push southward in Chile into still pristine Patagonian waters, they will likely meet intense opposition. This moment of vulnerability for the Norwegian salmon farming behemoths, financially and optically, presents a historic opportunity to force major changes on the industry, moving farms out of migratory wild salmon corridors and getting serious about closed containment technology that separates the farm fish from the wild would be important first steps, but only if they're taken immediately.
This is the future, that's the past. That's a dinosaur, it's dirty, they got away with it for a while, but all industry today has to deal with its waste. And so if you're going to farm fish in the ocean, that would seem the way to go.
If different countries were all saying at the same time that we don't want our waters to be polluted, this stuff belongs into containment, then the price would go up a little bit, but it wouldn't matter because, again, salmon is not a staple food.
However, closed containment only addresses part of the problems of an industry that continues to rely on the depletion of wild fish for feed. For the coastal communities of Chile, for Canada's wild salmon, bears, and people, for Europe's Atlantic salmon and sea trout, and for other global fisheries, the time to find a solution is running out.
It's been shown in some areas where the fish farm element has been removed from the environment that the fish have made a remarkable and quick recovery.
The way they can be made to respond is to scream loud enough for them to have to hear. We have to raise hell, and the best way to do that is to do that in organized fashion.
The question now is whether the public will speak up and force the industry and governments in the countries where marine harvest and Cermaq operate, those that consume farmed salmon, and all around the world, to clean up their act before it's too late. There's been some excellent science done by people in this room about the impact of having salmon farms in close proximity to sheltered inlets where wild salmon pass through, baby wild salmon. Have you considered moving the location of these farms